The goal of Hezbollah is to distribute the Islamic Revolution values everywhere, including the UK. What are the values? Loyalty to the supreme leader of Iran, martyrdom, culture of death, and radical Islamist values like women should be, according to the dressing code, no civil rights, human rights, no democracy. All the Western values are completely foreign to this ideology. We are at the Alma Center, about 10 kilometers from the Israeli-Lebanese border. And Alma Center is all about providing reliable information about Israel's security challenges on its northern borders.
And what's the aim of this centre? Who are you trying to give the information to? What's the hope that the people do with that information? What's the purpose of Alma Center?
The purpose is to create more awareness of people overseas, outside of Israel, about what's going on over here. We were living under fire for 14 months during the last war that was opened by Hezbollah against us here. And I want people to know what's happening here, what's the risks of terrorist organizations on our borders or in the nearby countries here. We provide information that we gather from open sources in Arabic, in Persian, in Hebrew, a lot of visuals. We want people to share. That's it.
Nathan, you have quite a distinct accent as I've listened to you speak. Where are you from?
I was born in London. I was born in Hackney. Lived and grew up in the British Jewish community. Very proud of being British. Fish and chips, Dad's Army, everything. Love it.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur, yeah. And then I came to Israel for ideological reasons after the Yom Kippur War, 1973, and I've lived here ever since. And I live here in the Galilee. I chose to live here in the Galilee, near the border. And I've been involved in setting up this educational research center, which I'm very, very proud of.
What drove you to set up this? Why do you think the need for a centre? What was Israel missing? What were the wider general public in the world missing in understanding what happens along the Galilee and this border?
It's exactly what you understand. You understand that the world media and other sources don't provide all of the real data and information, and also in real time. So we are non-governmental, we're a non-profit institute, so we're able to look at open sources and be able to analyze it and educate people. All we want to do is use this center to educate one by one by one. I don't think it's dissimilar from what you are trying to do in the UK.
Well, people just show me on this map, where are we now?
We are here at the Alma Center. That's the border with Lebanon. This is South Lebanon. And all those white pins are 4 communities who were evacuated for a year and a half during the war, and they were attacked daily by Hezbollah.
Just so the public, I'd say in Europe and many countries, are fully aware of Gaza, fully aware of Hamas, probably aren't so aware of this border. For you, as Jews or Christians, Druze and Muslims living across this border, tell us what is on the other side of the border in Lebanon. What are they facing?
These are mostly Muslim Shiite population. That Hezbollah is entrenched in this population. They created dependency of this population in Hezbollah. Hezbollah is part of the society. It's not a foreign entity. It's a local entity that operates within those places, and that's why it can hide its missiles and rockets inside these towns.
What we mean is they control the banks, they control the food, they control the education.
They provide all those services to the community, and that way people are dependent in those services that are provided by Hezbollah, and that way they can hide all their munition and operate from within those places against Israel. Today Hezbollah is much weaker, but it still keeps its civilian infrastructures in those places.
And just to understand, for some people who are not aware of who Hezbollah are, who are Hezbollah and what is their end goal? What is the mission of Hezbollah?
Hezbollah is a Lebanese entity. It's a political party in Lebanon. It's a social movement in Lebanon providing all those services. And it's a terrorist organization with a military militia that luckily was degraded during the current war, but as we speak, working to reconstruct and create again terrorist strength to be capable of attacking us again. They are saying that they didn't lose their motivation to attack Israel. They are saying that very clearly.
And to understand who Hezbollah are and the goal of Hezbollah, is it to just eradicate Israel, or do they have wider global reach and goals?
The goal of Hezbollah is to distribute the Islamic Revolution values everywhere, including the UK. What are the values? Loyalty to the supreme leader of Iran, martyrdom, culture of death, and radical Islamist values like women should be according to the dressing code, no civil rights, human rights, no democracy. All the Western values are completely foreign to this ideology. And again, for Hezbollah, it's a local ideology. It's not being brought from Iran. It's something that they believe should be everywhere.
Most of the open source information, surprisingly, is coming direct from the terrorists themselves, the groups themselves, their websites, and their open mouths of what they're planning.
And I must tell you, you have the same situation in the UK. You have the same kind of open sources that you can also derive from and use it to educate. People need to be educated. We are educating on Israel's security challenges on the northern border, and anyone can do otherwise with issues that they are working on in other countries, including the UK.
You're a British man. The logo of Hezbollah that you see here, we see on the streets of London.
It's scary. I must be honest with you. I come to London often, see theatre, football, and enjoy British culture because I love British culture. It's hard for me to walk the streets of London as I used to. I must be honest with you. I used to go with my kids all the time, and now I'm hesitant. It's very sad to see how something that started off small is now almost becoming mainstream and accepted, whether it's Palestinian flags or Hezbollah flags or ISIS flags, okay? And I'm saying to myself, how is this all going to end? And why do people surprised that then it starts to escalate in so many different and violent ways that we know who we're dealing with here? We know the raison d'etre and the working process of Hezbollah, and it's not going to change anywhere in the world.
You were living on this border. Where was you living in this area?
I live here.
You live here?
I live 9 kilometers from the border.
9 kilometres. How many children?
It's a blended family, so in total it's 5.
5 children. What was it like living 10 kilometres from the border? Because I don't know if the wider public are aware that there was attacks all along this border. What was it like living 9 kilometres away with children? What were the scenes like for the last 18 months?
It was constant noise of rockets, drones, Israeli jets, Hezbollah drones, interceptors. It was never quiet for 14 months until the ceasefire in November. We had 15 seconds to get to the bomb shelter. It's never enough. We saw the rockets blast above us. I lay on my little girl a few times when I had the rockets above us. She hardly went to school because there were not enough shelters in the schools. Iron Dome cannot intercept all the rockets. We had hits of homes that were hit by the Hezbollah rockets in my hometown, very close to where I live. People were killed on the main roads here. There was no normal life. We couldn't have any normal life. My neighbors in those communities closer to the border were evacuated because they were afraid of an invasion. We lived for many months under the fear of an invasion of Hezbollah because they had exactly the same plan that was executed by Hamas in October 7th, and they were prepared on the borderline. We saw them completely prepared on the borderline to attack us. I'm very happy that it's over. Until today, when I hear those noises, I become nervous, and I hope that they will never have the capability to do it again.
We've just had a peace agreement, but along this border, there is a history of war.
Yeah.
Continued war, many different dates, 1982, 2006.
That's right.
You can go back through a catalogue of attacks.
Yeah.
We're in a peace agreement.
Yeah.
Do you think this means eternal peace across this border?
We have to look at the word peace and what that means. I'm very happy with ceasefire. I won't bother you. I don't want my royal philanthropic, my royal orchestra, going to perform in Beirut. That's okay if that's peace. I want ceasefire. I want non-belligerence. I want respect of international boundaries. We respect you. You respect us. I'm looking forward to a new era. I'm optimistic about the future because I do believe that the world, and particularly led by President Trump and the United States of America, understand that Lebanon also wants to free itself and become a rich economy. Beirut was the Switzerland of the Middle East.
Until
Until a lot of bad actors came in and used Lebanon and its population, which is very divisive, as a center to attack Israel. Almost the same formula each time.
Lebanese was the beacon of the Middle East. It was a Christian nation until migration from Islamic nations come in, dominated, took over and launched jihad. Well, sounds familiar, though.
And it's something that, again, I'm really looking optimistically at the future. I live 5 miles from the border.
What does intelligence say? How many Hezbollah fighters have there been along this border? How many?
Thousands. Yeah. Hezbollah in total have about 100,000 fighters. Half of them are what we call regular service and half of them are reservists. That's their assessments.
Just to make the British Army has 70,000. You've got 100,000 jihadists. We saw the damage that 5,000 did on October 7th.
I'm very proud what the IDF did during the war, very proud. And now I'm very proud to say that I'm part of the rebuilding of the communities in the region. We need a lot of rebuilding and we're okay. But you know what, bottom line, we're okay and we're gonna be okay. And we're never moving and we're staying where we are. And we are looking forward to a Lebanon that will live with us in peace and open borders. It'll be good for them and good for us.
He seems more optimistic about the future of himself and his community living on the border of a terrorist organisation than I do about Great Britain with the problems we face. So, thank you very much.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you. Thank you. Cheers.